Hi to everyone. Hello, my dear subscribers. Today we talk about meeting a woman, meeting a possible spouse for the future when you have children. It's this topic is quite popular when we talk about women with children. Many women with children in Ukraine are single and they're looking for right man for the family, for relationships. But this topic is still actual for many men too, and many of our clients, they already have children, and they often ask what type of attitude our local women have to men with kids, and how to do about it, how to make things work, and so on. So first of all, when we talk about you having kid, it's important to understand. Hello, Solomon. It's important to understand that honesty is the best and always my advice for any type of questions that you may arise between in your relationships. So when you just meet a woman, if you do it on your own or you do it on dating site or dating app, don't hide the fact that you have children or child, because honesty on the first stage is very important for happy further relationships. So don't try to hide the fact. And of course, during the talk, you can discuss how old they are, which type of custody you have with your ex. I noticed foreign men often share kids with ex, not like in Ukraine. Usually, in foreign families, kids can live 1 week with men and 1 week with a woman, 1 week with dad, 1 week with mom, or similar schemes. So you should let your new girl know about this fact. And at the very beginning, she will understand you have children, and she will understand if she wants this type of relationships and if she is able to accept others' children. And if you meet someone through the agency, this information is written in your profile right away, and when we tell about you to our ladies clients, they realize right away that you have children, and they answer if they are ready for this or not. As for success rate for men with children, I could say that, of course, less women are interested in men with children, but at the same time, there are quite high chances for success, high chances for happy family with Ukrainian women, if even you have children already. And in some cases, for some women, it can be even a benefit that you know how to be a parent, that you already share your life, that you live not only for yourself, but for someone else. This way, she can also observe how much attention you pay to your child, which type of care you give to him or to her, and so on. These observations help your new girl to understand if you can be a good father for her future children, or if she should build serious relationships with you in the future. So sometimes it can be even your advantage, depending on a woman. As for communication with children, depending on their age, you also, if they are quite conscious already, and maybe after even I think 6-7 years, they are already able to understand many things. And if you are divorced with their mom, you should directly say you want to love, you want to be loved, and you are searching good woman, and then they will be ready for someone to enter your life sooner or later. Of course, when we talk about international dating, international relationships, it will take much more time. So only the stage of dating can take 1 year minimal or more. So maybe there will be even more time before you introduce her to your kids. But it's better to let them know, at least to give some short or little information that you are going to build your own personal life, and they will be a woman in your life, and it's normal. So it's important to understand about it. And the other issue that can arise because you have children is the issue of time. So even better time management is necessary. for your life, for building relationships when you have children. Because even if you have children at your home just partly, and you are not busy with them all the time, you still have to plan your life in a more detailed way. So you need time for work, for sport, for hobbies, for dating, and also for children. And when you build relationships with your woman, you should let her know that you have children, you have responsibilities. You can tell her about the schedules that you have when you see your children, when you bring them to different lessons or to school, so that she would conscious about it. And even on the stage of dating, she will also understand if it is okay for her to share you with your children or not. So again, it's very important to be honest with your woman from the very beginning when you just build relationships. And when your woman have children, of course, you take this fact into account. Of course, it will be a little bit more difficult than if she doesn't have children, but at the same time, it is like another help for you when you see when you understand if she will be a good mother or not, because you see her attitude to her own children that she already has, or her child, and you observe and you make your own conclusions. And what I notice here, sometimes even local men, they tell that it's better for a woman to have children when she's older than 30, 35 than not to have, because for many men it's a sign that she's normal woman, normal wife, normal mother. I don't know if it's true or not, but many men think this way. So if your woman have children, you can also observe and make conclusions. Let me read the comment. I don't have kids, but I imagine if I did, it would be much more challenge getting into a relationship. It's not just the two of you, but also kids involved. I can partly agree with you, Solomon, but at the same time, there are many relationships when there is love, understanding, trust in a couple, and then these people easily deal with children even from both sides. If even she has children, he has children, and they join, and they are all happy together. So I think that everything, of course, starts with relationships in a couple. And if you found your person and you are dating for some time, I'm not a fan of introducing your girlfriend to your kids right away. And the same is about, for example, if I wouldn't introduce my children to any admirer, of course, no. But if you are in relationships for some time, and this time can be different for different people, but I believe it should be at least several months without including children into your relationships. And if you are dating several months, you see that you have a lot in common. You have the same values, you have the same type of attitude to life, to people around. You discussed already the questions about children, how to bring them up, the attitude to all people, your attitude to pets, and so on, many things. And you see that you are on the same page, and you see that she is ready to move forward. If we talk about men, then it's time to introduce and see how things will work out. But I strongly believe if you have strong foundation for relationships just between two of you, then having children in the relationships, it will be much more easier. And if the relationships are not happy in the beginning, or they develop very quickly, there is little success rate for that. There will be happiness when you include children. Of course, in this case, it will be even more difficulties, more tension, more nervousness, and so on. So the main rule is to establish good quality relationships just with your partner, just two of you for several months, to check things, to check if you're on the same page in many important questions, and only then introduce to children. But at any rate, you should inform your children that you need time for your personal life, that you want to love and be loved, that or sooner or later there will be a new person in your life, and they should be ready for this. Because there are also different children, and some are making sabotage when they see the other person behaving in a bad way, and so on. So just it's important to let your children know that you have right for your personal life, you have right for love, and just the fact, not to ask their allowance, of course, because they are just children, and you live your own life. But of course, this new person shouldn't hurt you, your children, and so on. I'm reading your comment, Solomon. I agree with you. I once dated a woman with 2 kids, and I didn't meet them till we were 4 months into the relationships. That's great. I think that's the right path. And tell me, please, Solomon, if you continued with her, and when you met them, did you feel there were many difficulties, much more than before, or this introduction to them was quite smooth, and your relationships didn't change a lot? Please share your experience. It's interesting to understand. And I notice here the tendency in Ukraine now that at least I hear more and more about it, that many local fathers, they are trying to take children from moms for even to live with them on a constant basis. And yes, there will be new challenge for a new generation how to live with this, because many years before and lately in our country, children usually lived with mothers, and fathers just appear for weekend, or even rarely, more rare than once a week. Now situation changed. It seems it's changing, and I think in this case, in this question, we are also becoming closer to Europe. So for success, when you date and when you want to date a woman and build serious relationships, and then marriage, family, when you have children, is first to let your children know about it if they are quite grown up already, so that they should accept it. But of course, don't discuss it too much. Just a few notes is enough. Second, to have a right time management, to have time for everything that is important for you, your work, your kids, your hobbies, and your dating life. Third point is to take time to understand each other with your match. Just to date, just 2 of you, spend enough time just for 2 of you, and only then introduce to your children when you feel that you are getting closer and closer to family life with her. Let me read the comment. I did continue with her for a long time, and my introduction with them was good. I got it on with her girl more than her boy. Yeah, Solomon, it's quite predictable. Usually girls get along with the men much better than sons, and it's even like scientific fact. And I even also hear that from the clients that I don't mind a woman who has a girl, but please no, not son. So it's a fact. Thank you for sharing, Solomon. But that was because he kept himself in his room most of the time, but we got on. But the girl and I became friends, as she spent a lot of time with me and her mother. Yeah, I think that girls are even more open, usually more tender, more sociable than some sons. And this it's called Oedip complex and Electra complex. Let me translate right in English. Yes, it's called Electra and Oedip complex when it happens when from 4 to 7 years in childhood for children. When at this age, when we talk about Oedip complex, a son is going to get married mom, and he's getting very jealous about her, even to his own father. The same happens with girl, and it's called the Electra complex, when she is attracted to her father and going to get married to him when she will be grown up, and she's jealous about him. So yes, it's easier for girls to be more open for for a man or for a mother to be more sociable with them than for sons. But everything is still possible if there is enough love, enough patience in relationships, enough trust, and if these people really are going to build relationships, they love each other, and they are ready to go through some difficulties and not rejecting each other just while facing one difficulty. So, dears, ask me the questions if you have, or share your stories. I'm curious to know what type of experience you had when we talk about dating, when you have children, and how it was, what you noticed important, and let's discuss. And Solomon, as we talk about the age of these children, son and your daughter, what age they were? As I understood, son was older and the daughter was younger, or not? Can you please tell me or tell us? So dears, let's finish then this live stream. It was quite short, and I guess not many of you face any difficulties in this question. What I noticed from even fairy tales, for some reason, again, I think this is how our nature works, is it's more easier for men to accept others' children, I mean children of women, than it's for women to accept men's children if they live with their father for some reason. And if we talk about fairy tales, you can read a lot about father, stepfather, and stepmother, and stepmothers are usually evil and not showing good attitude to children of your husbands. I wondered a lot about it, why it is in fairy tales, and read about it in psychology, and it's a fact. For some women it's difficult to accept men's children, especially if they are always in the house. And sometimes I have clients applying to me with 4 not so grown-up children, 4, 5, 6, and I'm really doubting that we can find someone. Of course, there are always chances or always possibilities, but it's just more difficult. Solomon, thank you for your answer. Yeah. So this boy was a teenager already, with all these things happening with teenagers, all their emotions, hormones, and so on. And this made situation is even more difficult, I guess. Okay, dears, see you next week with a new topic I will announce soon. And please write me about new topics that you want to discuss with me, and I will be happy to get your messages. Yeah, Solomon, it's good. You are young. All life is ahead of you. Just choose the right person to have children with, and better never divorce. So have a nice week, everyone, and see you the next Wednesday with a new topic. Meanwhile, write me, contact me, and share your ideas for new live streams. Okay? Goodbye.